What's going on, YouTubers, gamers, and fellow hobbyists out there, and lovers of zombicide? Welcome to my zombicide invader update, where I go over another character that I have yet to paint. But I just want to go through them as some of these characters I've been going through. I just find them fascinating as characters. Now, I've told you in past videos that certain likenesses, I think they sail a bit close to the wind when it comes to a likeness. And this next one is, I think it's, for me, he's my favourite. Although he's not painted yet, he is by far my favourite character in the game. And I want to get him painted up pretty quick so I can start using him. So it's a him. He's a doctor, okay? He's called Dr. FALCONER. Now tell me this isn't Stephen Hawking. Huh? Dr. FALCONER is Stephen Hawking, basically. And I think it's incredible. Look at him. He's in a kind of souped up off-road wheelchair with tracks and guns, and he's got all his computer pads, and so he's a civilian. He starts with the skill remote control all. He can control any robot, any gun. He is pretty damn awesome, and for a civilian he has it looks like he's got an extra wound. I mean, some soldiers only start with 3, so the fact that he's got 3, and I can't wait any longer. Let's get to the miniature. I mean, look at this miniature, folks. Dr. FALCONER, it's so cool, and it's also, I mean, I think it's a pretty awesome homage to Professor Stephen Hawking, and you know, it's giving it's basically saying that, you know, the disability doesn't matter in this game. You can be what you want, who you want. You know, all areas are catered for in this game. I would have thought that Stephen Hawking would be pretty chuffed with this. If I was him, I would be, because I mean, that is just so awesome. And he's got some pretty awesome skills on here as well. I mean, that's just incredible. The detail on this miniature. So he's got his off-road track there on the tracks on his wheelchair, hooked up to these guns. Look at these guns; they're just awesome. To me, that looks like a flamethrower option that he's got there on that one. You can obviously, you've got to pick that up, but I mean, and he's got he's a born leader too. That's not till the red level, but I mean, come on now, come on. Look at the detail on this. His computer pads, 1, 2, 3 he's got there in front of him. I just think that's incredible. I just think what an incredible homage to someone when he was alive, I used to think, I always classed him as like a genius, probably the most clever person on the planet, in terms of intelligence, and this just goes to show, you know, he can do. I mean, he can do whatever he wants. You know, he can. He's definitely going to be. I want to get this miniature painted as soon as. I mean, like I say, my favourite miniature in the game, bar none, is this guy, and he's going to bring several different nuances to the game. Several, and already at this stage, and I won't mention them here, but I'm already thinking of custom rules for a game I'm not overly familiar with yet. But all sorts of things are going through my mind with regard to his customized wheelchair thing there. all sorts of things. Just incredible. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to paint his base first before I get paint on the rest of it, purely because it's such a narrow gap between, like, clearage between his wheelchair and the base itself. In some respects, it would have been nice to have had the miniatures separate from the bases and to glue them onto the miniature, or even if they did it for like the people that don't like modelling, just clip into it, just so that I could gain access to it. And I suppose if you wanted to, you could cut him away from the miniature. You could do that from the miniature, from the base, sorry. And I would do that in order to paint him, and I would then reattach him to the base, because you get different colour ring base holders that you could put them in, so you can easily see who's who at a glance in the game. Although with this guy, you wouldn't have any trouble distinguishing which one was Dr. Falconer at all, would you now? So yeah, but where some of the soldiers, like, they have, like, a lot of them have white armor, and I believe in some other sets they have black armor and different things. So seeing who is actually who in the game, you pick one up and go, oh, hang on, that's not me, that's you. And the coloured miniature holders really make it a bit easier for you to distinguish who is who. So this is Dr. Falconer, my absolute favourite model. I think he's phenomenal. That is just so cool, and I cannot wait to paint him up. Thanks for watching, my friends. Remember, all brushes lead to what? I'll see you on the next video. Stay safe, be well, be kind. Bye for now, folks. Bye bye.